The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
On play action, Allen.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, the Steelers and Bills, they played in the season opener last year, if you recall. And it was the Steelers who pulled off a bit of a stunner. They rallied late, beat the Bills in Buffalo 23-16. Buffalo, a little bit of a rocky start to the season, but they would quickly right the ship.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Allen going to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's... just shy of the 35. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
56, 56.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
Just shy of the 30. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
pick it now on first down.
It's complete to Watt. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
What are you doing? Your game up.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked out by Jordan Poyer. And the Bears are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass. That's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know. And that's what they'll grill him and see how he grows from it.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. On 2nd down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
third down. Here's a run by Cook.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Allen going to go on fourth down.
Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 11. Looking to throw. Pickett.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Pickett now from the gun here. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Pickett.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shot them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. On play action, Allen.
Crossing the field, Beckham makes the catch. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Bills at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And quite frankly, there wasn't a whole lot to draw on in the loss last week because they were dominating every phase of the game. You got to hope that they show a little more life in this one because they certainly didn't have it in their last outing.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. A gain there of 21 yards.
First off, with Stephon Diggs there, we've really seen him become a true superstar in the last couple of seasons. He's made his first 2 Pro Bowls after 2020-2021 with a career-high 10 touchdowns to cap off the 2021 season. And only Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams have more catches than him since 2020.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Left side, Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And that flag accepted.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here's Pickett.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Jair Elam makes it quick, and the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, I've been struggling to put points on the board so far, but you don't want to look at the rookie quarterback. He's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw complete there to Beckham.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
That is complete downfield to Knox.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Option play. Here's Cook.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Allen going to try and keep it.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Harris running straight ahead, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A first throw for the backup Trubisky. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Come on, guys, you got this. Let's win. Come on, boys, let's make a play out there. Let's go. Take it to him. Don't let him rest. Got this! Woo-hoo!
And now on is the field goal unit. And boy, this is speculative at best, crazy at worst. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Hang on point, fellas. Let's do this! Right, it's about time.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
What are you doing? Were you even paying attention?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And they're going to go with a jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. Room here to run. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. He completes it to Beckham. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, 43 yards. And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes makes the score 21-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, I mean, we get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Play action. It's Trubisky. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Mike Rimmers, right tackle, called for the infraction.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Trubisky. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They hand this off to Harris. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Touchdown! George Pickens with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Again here on 2nd and 10. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Cameron Hayward is the heart and soul of the Pittsburgh defense year after year and was an All-Pro for the 3rd time in 2021 after putting up 10 sacks.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a pick six and a Bears touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try the right side with Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Harris.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They go play action with Trubisky. Flushed out right. He finds his target, Ebron. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On to give, this is Harris. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Trubisky.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's got it.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So Allen's going to look to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Buffalo, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My A-spoon goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style. On elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning, my catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.